Welcome friends to another edition of the Silk Route to Excel at Work. We have been looking at the VLOOKUP formula the past couple of sessions. We will continue on the same. This is first and the second video. We will now use the same database that we used in the second session of VLOOKUP. I just copy and pasted the same thing here. VLOOKUP is very powerful formula. So I'll be taking you very detailed steps through the VLOOKUP. So once you mastered it, you'll have many ideas of your own as to how to implement VLOOKUP for your various uses. So here, this is the database that we have got: ID number, first name, last name, profession, mail ID. Suppose you want to know all of these at one go. Let's make it here. That is, you want all this. So based on your ID number. So here let us assume SCS 8705 is what you want data. You want the first name, last name, profession, mail ID of all this. Particular number which you select here. The VLOOKUP formula is very simple. V lookup, the lookup value, and then the table array. And the index number, which is 2, and exact match. So the last name, what to do is basically is copy this to here and make a few editing here. That is, this will be A12. This will be from A2 to E9. Then the third column. So basically, you are editing all the three arguments. So in case the number of data points are many, bit cumbersome to do all this one. So let us make it a bit easier. The first thing is use a range name function. Range name, as you recall, can be done like this. Select the data for which you want to name it. A2 to E9. Go to the name box here. The name box, and then give it a name. SCS 87 batch B. SCS 87B is the range name of this particular data. So here we again use VLOOKUP. V lookup, the lookup value is again A12. Now you put the range name here, 87B. The index number is 2, and then it is exact match. So now you copy this to here. Now you need to change only two arguments, A and 3. Fine. Now let's make it even bit easier. What we'll do is use the absolute reference, make the column absolute, that is, put a dollar sign in front of A. Now it's a pendial. Now copy this 2 seconds here. What happens is that the lookup value didn't change, it stays A12, and the column number has to be changed to 3. So now it becomes a lot easier to copy and paste it. Let's make it even more easier. For this, we'll just do a small editing in the data portion. Since the data starts from A1, let us move it a bit below. Let us start from A5, A6. The advantage is that the address still remains SCS 87B. It didn't change. And then this we get the data which we want to display to, let us say, the top row. Why I'm doing this is, this data here has got only 8 rows. Suppose this data increases. This is a sample row. You may have 1,000, 10,000, 30,000 rows, whatever. In that, what you do here is, rather than putting the data which you want to display at the bottom of the data, put it on top. So here, now we know that the first name is in B column, the last name is in C, profession in D, email ID in E, and so on. So here we'll use another function called the column number. For that, let me just give you a brief on column number and row number. For example, column D here, what's the number here? It is the 1, 2, 3, 4th column. Likewise, column Z. Z is the 26th column. AA is the 27th column. So how do you get it? The function to use that is column without any reference gives the column number of particular cell 26. So column Z is 26th column, and AA I just copy this to the next, I get 27, and so on and so forth. 32. If I copy the whole thing all the way to the last column XFD, that is column number 16384. So what you know now is the column number, same thing goes with the row number. If I put row number here, if I put row of this particular, I get 3. If I copy this to, let us say here, I get 8. So combination of this both gives me column and row gives me the column number is 26 with a space and then the row number 26 9. So this is how you use the column number and row number. Now coming back to our formula of here VLOOKUP, what to do here is we now know the second column has got our this one, so I just put the column number here Ravi, and then copy this to here and then publish mail ID. That is done. So if see the quick dissection at the formula, A2 is constant because it always refers to cell A2. This is the range name and this gives the column number. So when I copy this to, for some reason I want 2 data points at any point of time, so here I just write 8706. 8706 gives me Ravi Nakka. See that I didn't change anything else here. I just changed I copy the whole thing to the bottom, and since it is absolute to the row, absolute to the column, it is copied automatically like here, and the formula remains the same. The column number doesn't change, the range name, the table array didn't change, the lookup value is changed automatically to A3. So this is how you use one single formula and copy it to how many rows ever you want, how many cells you want, to make sure it remains constant as per your design. Suppose your column number has changed a bit. The data of course doesn't change, data is always in this column to here to here. So for some reason you have moved it to say one column to the right. So here the ID number of course doesn't change. The first name is now refers to the second column. The first name which you wanted is now the second column of your array. So here column number -1. This is it. This is how you enter one formula and copy and paste it for other data points. As we go further, we'll take at least a few more on this VLOOKUP sessions. Once you finish all the sessions, I'll try to put up all the sessions into one big video where you can go to the whole VLOOKUP at one go. Hope you have learned something new or refreshed what you already know. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe to help them, you and me, we all excel at work. Thanks for watching.